الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Continuing with our series of short talks after Salatul Taraweeh, today's topic is a very important topic. It's linked to a topic which I discussed in yesterday's lesson with regards to the way how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may use a sinner, may use a transgressor to help propagate, to help preach and excel his deen to all parts of the world. And today's topic, everyone, is with regards to the importance of good friends, good companionships, and also at the same time the severity of keeping friends who are immoral, friends who are indecent, friends whose companionship is of no good and no use. There is a very famous hadith which can be found in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given us a parable, a simile between a good companion and a bad companion, a good friend and a bad friend, a good environment and a bad environment. And the simile or the parable which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave was of a attar seller, i.e. a perfume seller, and the one who bellows the furnace. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained that when you go to a perfume shop, when you go to an attar shop, there's three things you can get. Either number one, the seller gives you some attar to try. When you go to many of these perfume shops, they always will let you try it out firstly. They will always have a perfume open already which customers use. They'll have the one which is in the box, firmly secured behind the glass lock, but they will always have one out which the customers kind of smell, the customers use. So when you go to a perfume shop, either the perfume seller will give you a bit of perfume to try. Number two, the second option is that you either buy the perfume, or number three, if you don't like the perfume or just say you don't have the means to buy it and nor is the person letting you try it, then the very, very least is that you being in that environment of being in a perfume shop, you be there for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, trying out the different perfumes. The very, very least is that you will get the fragrance of the perfume. So when you leave that particular shop, you will get a bit of that nice perfume, that nice smell, that nice fragrance on your clothes and on your body. Whereas when you look at the one who bellows the furnace, so when you go to a place where the furnace is bellowed, there's only two things. Either number one, he will burn you, or number two is that you will get the bad smell and the bad vapor. And this is what I want to explain about a good friend and a bad friend. That good friend, good companionships, good mahol, good environment, being in a madrasa, which is a good environment, you will always get one of the three. Either number one is that the ustads, they will teach you, or you will yourself will learn, or the very, very least, just say for example, like you are in a madrasa where perhaps the teachers are not teaching, or perhaps you cannot understand what they are teaching. what they are saying. It doesn't make sense. But the very, very least is that you being in that environment and mahol, you will at least get what? A bit of good companionship. There will be some benefits there. Whereas when you are in the environment of bad people, either they will burn you, either they will sting you, either they will tell you to do something which is haram and unlawful, or if not, if you manage to stay away from the haram and the unlawfulness they are calling to, then the very, very least you will get that bad vapor of sins, the bad vapor of indecency, the bad environment, the bad manners, the bad characteristics, you will pick that up. And this is like what I want to explain about good friends, good companionships. So always try to be in that environment where you are always with good people. So a sincere advice to the students, that alhamdulillah we are in the month of Ramadan, that you'll see even during the month of Ramadan, unfortunately some of our Muslim brothers and sisters as well, that even during this blessed month where they should be gaining and absorbing the barakah and they should be making changes in their lives, they are still spending time with bad people. They're still on the streets taking drugs, doing haram, doing unlawful things. So being the month of Ramadan, what we should do as everyone, not just only the students but everyone listening, everyone viewing the video afterwards, what we should do is that make that concerted effort, that what we do is that we recite Quran, we attend the masajids for all our prayers. Not only that, but the very, very least, we kind of like spend time with good people. Because being the month of Ramadan, the barakah is always there. The blessing is always there. So when we now spend the time with good people in good environment, you will see that inshallah there will be blessings and barakah for you as well. And I'll just leave with a particular hadith, again another very famous hadith of Sahih Muslim, about these kind of circles which we have, where dars of hadith and Quran is being given, where lectures, where the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is mentioned. As all of you know, that these types of gatherings, the angels scour the entire world looking for these gatherings. And when they find these gatherings, they kind of report back to Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks the angels, what have they been doing? So the angels say they've been remembering Allah, they've been doing tasbih and so on and so forth. And even what we are doing here, like talking about Allah and the hadith and giving this dars, that's also a form of remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then says to the angels that I have forgiven every single one of the person who attended that gathering. I will forgive every sin of those people. And then he goes on to explain that one of the angels will say that, oh Allah, there was someone in the gathering, innahu marra, in other words, he was just passing by and he had no intention to kind of sit in the gathering. You get some people, in other words, they don't really want to sit in the gathering, but just there because they were passing by or their friends attended the gathering. They thought, okay, I might as well just be there as well. You get some people, especially where you have big gatherings, that you get some people, especially in the mosque environment, that they're just there not for the gathering, not for the dars, not for the lecture, but they're just mainly there so that they could just basically pray salah, but afterwards they just sit behind and they listen to the talk and the lecture. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, La yashqa jalisuhu, which means that if I'm gonna forgive every single person there, the one whose intention wasn't to listen to the lecture, the one who attended whose intention wasn't there to listen to the words and whose intention wasn't to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but as I'm forgiving every single person, I will also forgive that particular person as well. Subhanallah. So what we can understand here is that even like gatherings, good gatherings, going back to that topic I mentioned, being with good company, good people, where there's these things, study circles taking places. So what we can understand is that even though your heart may not be there 100%, But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so forgiving that if He's forgiving everybody else, He will also forgive you as well, even though your intention may not have been there to fully actively participate. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to act upon what's been said. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah. Allah